Alright, this is OldmanPoole. Welcome back for our match 2 of our Modern Masters draft here. I think we would like to go first. This is a reasonable hand if we draw lands and miserable if we don't. I think we do keep this. We've got 2 draws before we need to hit a land. I think our odds are better with that than a mulligan. And if we draw 2 lands, we're really good business. So I think I'm going to keep. This hand's a little bit borderline, because there are definitely games where we just don't do anything. But, thinking like we'll draw into a land and won't get punished too hard here. Inquisition. Okay. It does hit. There's a lot of cards in our deck. Or, never mind. I was thinking of Sin Collector. He's got a lot of hits here. I imagine he takes the Aristocrat. Just because we don't really have another play. If he takes the Augur Spree, it's because he's trying to stick a threat, which is possible. Okay. The Keeper was a fine draw. We definitely want to get more land. I think I actually may have preferred to draw a land over Pit Keeper there, but if we draw a land next turn, it's even better. So, opponent debating here. Got a blue-black thing going on. Signet. So it looks like we might be going against another control deck. This is probably not 5-color, but ooh, wow. Rewarded for our sketchy hand. Kick in there. Play Aristocrat. So it is interesting he took the Augur Spree. I'm not even sure. It's arguably a better card than Aristocrat, but I think mostly when he's really trying to get punch damage through. Compulsive Research. Okay. Hoping to find land. No, pitched a land, so he's doing okay there. Okay, got an Esper thing going on. Oh man, our draws have just been rock solid. Definitely feels good. Alright. Keeping the beatdown going. So you might have something like a path here, although we're actually not even really sad if he does. He'd have to path like the Aristocrat. And sometimes he just doesn't have anything either. My opponent's definitely like playing powerful effects, but he's also not interacting with me, and like another Inquisition here feels really bad. Lone Missionary, that's a good card for him though. That does a little bit of work. Simic Demir, thanks so much for following. It really means an awful lot to me. If you've got any questions or advice you can give in the chat, feel free to throw it out there and I'll keep an eye on it. But thanks for following. It definitely makes streaming all the more worthwhile. Okay, so when we swing here, I think we do want to play the Noble and attack with the Pit Keeper and the Aristocrat probably. I'm going to hold the Battle Rattle back. Okay, so let's slam the Noble here. And go to attacks. We're going to give it to the... I guess we'll give it to the aristocrat. We don't really want to have to sacrifice something. So we'll give it to the pit keeper. And swing with the pit keeper and the aristocrat. Yes, I would like to use the ability. Missionary is one of the better low drops he could have had there. So I imagine he blocks the pit keeper. Yeah. Always healed. Yeah, I've really... It's funny, I was talking earlier on, during the draft, that a lot of my... When my drafts aren't looking real good during Pack 1, I often kind of slide into the rakdos deck. And there are just so many playables that come around late for it. I feel like the deck can come together, even if you don't start drafting with it right from the beginning. But yeah, it's got a lot of powerful effects, and the reach for the deck is just really good for an aggressive deck. Let's give it to the aristocrat here. Yeah, it's probably the deck I've drafted the most for Modern Masters, and I've enjoyed it a lot. You had the chance to draft a whole lot, Samikdamir? See if my opponent has any response here. Nope. Looking pretty grim for him. Okay. Soul manipulation. Okay. Well, that's definitely a good effect against us here. Be able to play it and gain another 4 life. I'm still waiting for the other to shoot a drop too. My opponent might play or may have a pretty nasty late game threat. Haven't seen it yet. Yeah, the very first deck that I played in the format was actually Blink, but I feel like I've had a tough time replicating that sense. I feel like a lot of people draft the really good blue and white cards for either control decks or the Blink deck, and like I never see Nova Horrors anymore, and that was one of my favorite things to do with the Blink deck early on. So I played it a lot early in the format, but just don't see it as much anymore. Okay. And that's just enough for my opponent. So I got there, even through a couple of lone missionaries. Well, I'll have to bear in mind my opponent's got the soul manipulation. Didn't see any guild gates. I don't think Blood Moon is an exciting sideboard. Normal Belt's fine. Do we have anything that felt bad against him? Not really. Seal might be, given that a lot of the really good black threats, or a lot of the really good threats are black, and he is playing an Esper deck. But I think I'm going to keep it in for now. Even if we're clearing out something like a missionary, sometimes that's good enough to get in some damage. We've got... So yeah, I'm not real sure we want to change anything for the Macaw. I imagine in his colors he's got a fair amount of removal too, even though he didn't see tons that game. So I don't think I want something like Madcap Skills. Hey, welcome back, Spirit Joy. Ended up playing a rakdos deck again, so here I said I had kind of a bad start to the draft. I just couldn't figure out a direction, but rakdos is always here to welcome me home when I finally come back to it. So I'm going to keep this hand, more of the draw, and if we hit a couple more lands, it's quite good, and it's fine even if we don't. Wait, he chooses not to play first. Alright, I feel like that's very rarely correct, but that's what my opponent did. I should maybe check that a little more carefully when I'm thinking about mulligans, but I think I still would have kept this hand. A couple of early drops and hopefully some things to get us going later. Yeah, and Metal Land is good there. So I'll send in with the Mortician's Beetle. And play Gatekeeper. Oh, I need to update my overlay. I always forget to do that. There we go. Should be updated. Opponent not doing much yet. Okay. Well, you do want to draw one more land. 4 is kind of the top of the deck. We have a couple of 5 things, and unearthing the bombers is pretty good for us. But we have Magma Jet up here, and we're just swinging for 3. Response yet. So a bomber would have been a good draw there, but any land is really what we're hoping for next turn. I wonder if it's worth it to Magma Jack my opponent's face. It might be, just to make sure we find a land. I think I'm actually going to do that. I don't like that a lot of the time, but we have enough 4-drops that I think we really want to find our land. My opponent's looking at this and being like, wow, that's aggressive. Do I want to take both or just one? Probably just one. Okay, so we would have been fine anyway, but there's no way of knowing that before the play. So I am going to probably play the Battle Rattle now. And then Carnage Gladiator the turn afterwards, or Falcon Wrath Noble, depending on what he does. Wonder if playing Carnage Gladiator is just enough better than Battle Rattle that it's okay. I feel like Carnage Gladiator is a lot better if we can keep up the regenerate, but I guess we can always do that later too. This represents more damage in a later turn. Battle Rattle represents more damage right now. And Falcon Wrath is better if he's got some sort of trick. But yeah, I could see that any which way. I guess maybe I'll do the Battle Rattle right now. I think there are arguments for all 3 of those plays, though, for sure. I guess we'll give it to the Mortician's Beetle. We don't have any sacrifice thing that we can see right now, so if my opponent wants to kill that, that's okay. No pushing, and the extra point of damage might be worth the difference. My opponent... Death's Shadow, okay. I mean, that's big. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's pretty big. So here we probably want to swing with the Pit Keeper. I'm going to play the Carnage Gladiator. And I'll definitely offer to trade. Like, if he wants to trade at this point, I think it's good for me. I don't think it's real likely that he would, but Okay. Yes, I would like to use the Battle Rouse ability. And we'll swing in with the Pit Keeper. So that's going to make the Death Shadow really big, really fast. That's crazy. I'm surprised that he's playing it. Okay, yeah, this is... I am happy with this. Oh no! Oh wow. That's funny. Although he's actually going to do it anyway. He wouldn't have died. Whenever a creature blocks, that creature's control loses 1 life. Because that would have upped the toughness on the Death Shadow. I didn't even think about that. But it looks like my opponent didn't really either, so... It's kind of funny. That was definitely a punt, though. Shouldn't have played the Carnage Gladiator first. I should have been more careful with that. It's basically always correct to play the Carnage Gladiator because it's good to knock your opponent down on life, but not the correct play there for sure. That's funny. Should have thought about that more carefully. This Death Shadow actually, despite the fact I don't think it's real great in draft because it just sits in your hand a lot of the time, it's actually going to be pretty big here. I don't have like a fantastic way to get through it. Getting a sacrifice outlet, I think let's put the game away between that and the noble, but we have a little bit of trouble attacking through it. Soul Ransom. So I'm gonna smack us here. Yeah, okay, we'll take 5. Okay. Huh. Okay, and I'll just take this back and swing. Or I guess we play pay there. Alright. If you had lifelink on the Death Shadow, I think we were in serious trouble. I just wasn't going to be able to... I guess it would kill the Death Shadow? Not immediately. That's kind of interesting, though. Yeah, lifelinking the Death Shadow is kind of a nasty fate for the Death Shadow. Anyway, I was able to sneak the win out there. I guess we'll go into round 3.